All right, welcome back to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel, where today I will be previewing the Grade 2 San Diego on this Saturday, July 29th at Del Mar. We have 9 older males going a mile and a 16th around the dirt track. To start off, we have the number 1 Slowdown Andy for Doug O'Neill. He finished third in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile with his best Beyer of 101 that day. He then took about 6 months off and came back to the Met Mile, where he got into a little bit of a speed duel, faded into the stretch. He ended up finishing 6th, but I do want to mention that the top 4 horses that day came back to win their next time out. He has a lot of early speed, so I'm sure they're going to try to use that to their advantage this race for it and try to go right out of the gate. There's only one other horse that is almost as fast as him, so as long as he doesn't get into a speed duel again, I think he could be very dangerous. The next horse is the number 2, that is Royal Ship for Richard Mandela. He is the defending champion of this race. However, he's raced 5 times since then and has not been able to get a win. His last try was at Golden Gate in May. It was an ungraded stakes where he didn't even hit the board. Now it was his first time on artificial, but I really just can't look past that. Not to mention another horse in here was in that race and finished ahead of him. I just think at 7 years old, he may have already hit his peak. The number 3 is Tripoli for John Sadler. There's just not a whole lot that I like about this horse, to be honest. Now, he did win the Pacific back in 2021, but that was his last win until this past March, where he won a $32,000 allowance at Golden Gate. The last race he finished 4th at Pleasanton, so I'm just going to toss this horse altogether. Now, we're going to talk about the number 4. That is Miss the Cut. That is another one for John Sadler. His first race in the U.S. was last time out. He finished 2nd with a 92 Beyer. Now, that's not terrible considering he is a turf horse over in England. He had a fast workout last week, working 47 seconds, and he was one of 121 horses that day. Now, I expect him to be in the back of the pack because he has a lot of late closing speed. I'm not saying that he could turn the tables on the horse to his outside, but I think he's going to make this race very interesting. The number 5 is American Admiral for Tim Yaxteen. He came off a win last month at Santa Anita and had his best Beyer of 98. But I do want to mention that was his first win in 7 tries. He doesn't have the best track record, but he does show up hitting the board 12 out of his 18 starts. He will need his late kick in order to have a chance. And the fact that this race is longer doesn't make me really love him in this spot. Now, the number 6 is Defunded for Bobby B, coming off 2 back-to-back grade win stakes. In California, they were both over 100 Beyers. He looks like he's going to be the horse to beat. He's having fast workouts lately in the last month. He's also the class to field winning multiple grade 1s, and I expect him to try to make a gate-to-wire attempt. Now, the number 7 is Senor Buscador for Todd Fincher. Being 5 for 11 lifetime is a pretty good record. Now, do I think he's the fastest in this group? No, but I think he has a chance to make some moves. He has had some tough races in his past, losing to horses like Proxy and Cody's Wish, but when they did a class drop back in March, he won pretty easily. I think that he could be interesting, especially he's going to be a price. Now, the number 8 was Piroli, but they scratched him. The number 9 is Tiz Quantum, very lightly raced 6-year-old, having only raced 7 times. He's won 3 of those, so not great, but not terrible. But then he jumped into the graded stakes waters for the first time back in March, and he finished in 6th place. If anything, he might have a late bid, but I think he's just a little bit overmatched here. The number 10 is Brickyard Ride. He has the fastest early speed in here, and it doesn't hurt that he's won half of his races. I have a feeling they're going to go and try to get him right out the gate, but I'm not sure if he's better than the other speed horse in here, which is Slowdown Andy. So there's concern for me for a pace meltdown, especially with Slowdown Andy again, especially when this horse likes shorter distances. So with all of that, my top pick is going to be the number 4, Miss the Cut. I think that there might be a speed duel up front, and the horses like Defunded, American Admiral are all going to try to vie to be in the front. I think that Miss the Cut is going to be able to pick up the pieces. Now, underneath, I'm going to add in the number 6, Defunded. I have to add him in defensively because if he is as good as he's been doing lately, he's probably going to win or get 2nd place. But hopefully underneath him, I'm going to have a big price, and that's going to be the number 7 Senior Buscador. So in an exacta box, we're going to put the 4 and the 6 and the 7. In a try box, I will add in Sloan and Andy, so that'll be a 1, 4, 6, 7 trifecta box. Then in a super, if you want to get crazy, I'm going to add in the Actine with the number 5, so that is a 1, 4, 5, 6, 8 superfecta box. Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Comment below who you think is going to win the San Diego Stakes, and until next week, good luck.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. Summer's here, our picks are heating up. We want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel right now. Click the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single one of our awesome videos. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.